26 minutes on to the off 7 o'clock. Good morning. Good Monday morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world, the diaspora. Good morning. A special good morning to the folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The Grenadines, good morning. Yeah. Dr. Ralph Gonzalez. Hope you had a blast here, man. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to all my people. Mary E. Banks, Yuli Alexander, Lydia Cameron, Mildred Smith and Shem, they're in the building. Veronica Sandy is here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Monica Meros Williams. Catherine Phillip, good morning. As for me, you know, everybody wants to know I had my weekend. My weekend was so quiet, eh? So quiet. It's not funny. Yeah, that's how it was. Yeah. Good. I hope you had a great weekend yourself, yeah? Come on, let's do this. Okay. All right, Papi, you wanna, Satan, you're a liar this morning. Right, good, lovely. 25 minutes on to 7.
Is the day the Lord has made.
To all the GBN family, good morning. Good morning to my friends inside of Richmond and Walker. Errol Amigo Robertson, good morning to you and the family. Yeah.
Well, if I had another chance to start afresh again,
what would you do?
and live this life all over, things just wouldn't be the same. But since for tomorrow, there is no guarantee. I want to say thank you, Jesus, for all you've done for me.
Let's sing.
Oh, Father, thank you,
Good morning to Brandon, Kay, and Bree.
merciful Father.
Kendra and family, good morning.
Prayer.
Teacher Dawn, good morning to you and Kaylee and Anaya.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
Auntie, good morning.
Merciful Father.
All you good?
Oh, yes, I'm still alive.
Ernesto, good morning.
Oh, my child.
Let's head on to the word of the day. The word of the day today, that word is... let me get there. What's wrong with me this morning? All right. That word of the day today is estival. Estival. E-S-T-I-V-A-L. Estival.
So even though my life,
And it means pertaining or appropriate to summer.
you got the powers to turn this thing around.
Here's how we can use it in a sentence. They enjoyed the estival breeze while having a picnic by the lake. Yeah, Granny Tang Lake. Yeah.
Oh, Father,
When last have you taken a trip up there, man?
I breathe. Oh,
You know what I've noticed? Grenadians, Grenadians let the tourists come and no Grenada more than them. Hey, enjoy our piece of rock.
bread. Oh,
That's the only way we can really and truly share it with the visitors when they come. You can't share what you don't have and what you don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So when on public holidays, take the family, go hiking, go to the Seven Falls. Well, Monks and Catherine is not for everybody, you know. It's for tough guys like me, you know. Go Kubla, go to the lake, go play with the monkeys in Annadale. Go up to River and Twine, go up to Lake and Twine, you know. Go look for Gogo and the guys in the Sulphur Spring.
God, which made heaven and earth.
Explore Grenada.
Again,
You know what? I think I'm going to do a program like that, you know.
can I say,
I love my Grenada. What do you think?
on my final day, but until
Because I'm certain there are places in Grenada that Mildred doesn't know.
and once I
Veronica Sandy, Lydia Cameron, Anika Reese, good morning. Sharon Bartholomew,
thank you for the free,
Yolanda Swan, good morning.
merciful Father.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, Father,
Good morning to Nadisha and the folks out there in Cafe in St. Andrew, Holmesy and Abigail and everybody. Good morning, good morning. It's time for the motivational tip of the day. You are so right about that. I met people who was telling me about places in Grenada that I have never been or never heard about. So now every time I come home, I make it my duty to visit a place in Grenada I have never been before.
wanna talk the talk,
Yeah. Learn your place, man.
but strive to walk the walk.
Sing.
Oh, Father,
And the motivational tip of the day is...
Oh, merciful Father, in service.
Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always try just one more time.
Oh, merciful Father,
Yeah.
all your precious gifts to me.
Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. Never give up. I did that in song in 2014.
Oh,
Never give up.
take my
The most certain way to succeed is always try just one more time. All right, Denzo.
oh, my child.
Good morning, Denzo and Gigi Giles. Yeah.
Hear my prayer.
It's 21 minutes on to the off 7. Eggies and Chief, good morning. Yeah, understand Cruz and Batman, they beat up some fellas yesterday in Alphonse, I understand. Yeah, they beat up Peck and them. They can't practice that with me, you know what I'm saying?
Lord has me.
We teach them on Thursdays. Eggies now, boy, they beat us. 20 minutes on to 7. Peck, good morning to you and the family, man.
My prayer.
Apre Toot, good morning. Tayo and the guys.
Well, if
20 minutes on to 7. It's time for us to have that nutrition health tip of the day.
Follow these steps and you'll be fine. Drink lots of water, keep the body.
Consuming a well-balanced meal which contains vegetables, fruits, proteins, and whole grains is important in ensuring the nutritional well-being of the body. During this time of the year, most people consume lots of vegetables and ground provisions such as breadfruits, green banana, yam, corn, potatoes, squash, and dashins, which are all healthy but also high in starch. Starch is important to the body as it is the main source of carbohydrate, or carbs, and plays an important role in supporting the body's function and physical activity by providing the body with glucose. When the right amount of carbs is consumed, it supports a healthy diet. However, if we consume too much starchy foods, we put ourselves at risk of becoming insulin resistant and even developing type 2 diabetes. According to Harvard School of Public Health, this occurs because as we eat starchy foods that are high in carbohydrates, the body's digestive system breaks down the digestible carbs into sugars, which then enters the bloodstream. This causes the blood sugar levels to rise, which then causes the pancreas to produce insulin and glucagon, which are hormones that help the body to absorb blood glucose and blood sugar and ensures the cells have enough of it. When we eat more starchy foods than is recommended daily, we put pressure on the body to perform these tasks effectively, leading to the development of type 2 diabetes over time. It is advised to pay attention to our daily intake of starchy foods, as this would help to manage our blood sugar levels. It is also advised to consume healthier sources of carbs or reduce the consumption of foods that are very high in carbs. Healthy sources of carbohydrates are whole grains and wheat, vegetables, fruits, some local provision foods, and dry beans. These not only promote good health, but also are high in vitamins, minerals, and fiber, and other important phytonutrients or substances derived from plant foods that may help in preventing diseases. Until next time, the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council reminds you to look, eat, and feel well.
Rolls ring a bell. Yes, they keep the body working.
Gotta do that. You've got to do that. You've got to make sure that you've got to, eat well. Take the tips that we're giving you. Don't take them for granted, 17 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's see what's buzzing. What happened over the weekend? Let's see what's buzzing this morning. Buzzing this morning. All right. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell spoke of plans to build a shrine to honor our heroes. In the region, Turks and Caicos Islands Parliament makes sweeping constitutional changes. Internationally, at least 87 killed in strike on northern Gaza, officials say, as UN warns there's nowhere safe. And in sports, Sri Lanka triumph in rain-affected first ODI against the Windies.
thank you for another day.
We've got details to these and more coming up in the AM edition of news, which starts right after these messages.
Thank you for the sacrifice.
As we get ready ready to give thanks. The long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch, Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch, Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Kuso, and 7 times Soca and 10 times Road March King, Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $16 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Gual, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clem Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
Ride in style with an easy ride loan from Ariza. Enjoy the comfort and convenience of your own vehicle for work or play. You've got places to go, and we're gonna help you get there easy. Enjoy competitive interest rates, specials on insurance, and offers from auto dealers. Ariza also has great offers on electric and fuel-efficient used and new vehicles. Apply for an easy ride loan from Ariza and drive away in style.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, October 21st, 2024. Coming up in the news, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell spoke of plans to build a shrine to honor our heroes. In the region, Turks and Caicos Islands Parliament makes sweeping constitutional changes. Internationally, at least 87 killed in strike on northern Gaza, officials say, as the UN warns nowhere is safe. And in sports, Sri Lanka triumph in rain-affected first one-day international against the West Indies. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
You're invited to attend an important community meeting to discover all the exciting details about Project 500 on Wednesday, October 23rd at 5 p.m. Join us at the Housing Authority of Grenada's Dunfermline site and engage directly with the team behind the project. This is your chance to ask questions and learn how you, your family, and the community can benefit from this incredible housing opportunity. Your voice matters. Let's shape the future of affordable housing together. Don't miss the Project 500 community meeting on October 23rd.
Good morning with the news in detail. I am Gordon Joseph. Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, was in Grenada on the weekend. He was guest speaker at the observance of Grenada's second anniversary of National Heroes Day. In his remarks, the regional leader said this.
From the embers of October the 19th, 1983, has evolved a Grenada stronger, more prosperous, democratic and free, more resilient, yet bearing the invisible scars of history, of our history, of defeats and triumphs, setbacks and advances, pain and joy.
The Vincentian leader said he feels blessed to be in Grenada to commemorate and celebrate the heroic forebearers of Grenada's history.
If we leave here today without a sense of solidarity, we all would have failed. If we leave here today without renewed faith and hope and love. And what is love? It is a never fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken.
Meanwhile, 2024 marked the second year Grenada observed National Heroes Day. Addressing attendees at Saturday's event at Progress Park in St. Andrew, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell spoke of plans of having a shrine erected at Fort George to honor former Prime Minister Maurice Bishop and others who lost their lives on that historic date, October 19th to 1983. Named Fort Rupert during the period of the Revolution to honor Bishop's father, was renamed to what is now Fort George following the collapse of the Revolution and the island's return to democracy. Currently, Fort George is undergoing restoration work as part of a tourism project.
As many of you are aware, Fort Rupert is undergoing renovation and repair work and restoration work. And we can assure you that when the restoration work is completed, your administration will do what is right to ensure that the shrine that we need to have there to mark our martyrs who lost their lives on that tragic day will be honored. We are
Speaking both to hundreds who had gathered in person at Progress Park and those watching the live broadcast for the National Heroes Day celebrations, the Prime Minister made these remarks.
I'm fully aware that for the last 40 years, you can go to what was then Fort Rupert and see almost no sign, no acknowledgement of the tragedy that happened. But as we reclaim our history, as we reclaim and come to terms with our past, we will do what is right in ensuring that the necessary shrine to commemorate the tragic loss of our Prime Minister, members of Cabinet, and other citizens of Grenada is properly erected on that site to ensure that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren appreciate the sacrifice made by our forebearers.
And that concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional roundup, the international news, along with the sports and the weather. They are straight ahead. It's 8 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabot with the latest from across the Caribbean.
A team of international election observers is in Montserrat for this Thursday's general election. The team, organized by the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association for the British Islands and Mediterranean region, has members from Anguilla, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and from the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association UK. The head of mission is member of the Anguilla House of Assembly, Shelley Rogers Webster.
We will be at the polling station when it opens at 7 a.m. throughout the day until closing at 6 p.m. Then we will watch the count into the evening and into the small hours. Then, with all those findings, both from the meetings and from the observation on election day, we will produce two outputs. Firstly, we will produce a relatively short preliminary statement of our findings. We will publish this 2 days after the election. Secondly, within 2 months, we will produce a final report. This will be a longer document, allowing us to reflect and consider our findings from the mission.
Three political parties are vying for 9 seats at stake in the elections. The incumbent Movement for Change and Prosperity, which won the last election under Premier Joseph Farrell, will be led into Thursday's poll by the Deputy Samuel Joseph, while Farrell remains a candidate. Opposition leader Paul Lewis will lead his People's Democratic Movement, while former Premier Reuben Meade will lead the recently formed United Alliance.
In Guyana, leader of the Alliance for Change AFC, Nigel Hughes, wants an increase in the number of years to make foreigners eligible for Guyanese citizenship. He issued a call at a town hall meeting against the backdrop of a large number of Venezuelan migrants and other foreigners working in the oil and gas sector.
If we don't prevent people from coming here and taking the benefits of citizenship, or if we don't have a policy to do that, we are going to be completely overrun and obliterated. We know that we need foreign labor. It is absolutely necessary. But we will take the foreign labor, but you can't become Guyanese unless you work here for 15 years. Can't.
Currently, foreigners are eligible for Guyanese citizenship after 5 years of living and working in Guyana.
CARICOM leaders will next month hold their second symposium on gun crimes in the region. The event will be held in Guyana to coincide with the summit of regional leaders with the Prime Minister of India. Though the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, did not name Mr. Modi, other sources have confirmed that the Indian leader would be meeting regional leaders in Guyana.
It is a troubling development that threatens the safety and harmony of our communities. And that is why, for the second time in recent years, the heads of government will go to Georgetown, Guyana. They were to do it in Barbados, but from the time we know that we have a heads of government conference with a visiting head of state from elsewhere, we've agreed to shift the conference to Guyana next month in November. We have to confront head-on and with determination this issue of gun violence.
The United States will assist Suriname with aerial interception of planes involved in transnational crimes. This is in keeping with Suriname's narcotics control and aerial interception partnership with the U.S. The U.S. will assist Suriname with locating, identifying, tracking, and intercepting civil aircraft in Surinamese airspace. The aim is to disrupt illegal trade, drug trafficking, and human trafficking. This agreement also forms the basis for Suriname's participation in the Cooperation Situational Information Integration System that was signed in August last year. It involves participation of all CARICOM countries with the exception of Haiti.
Grenada's Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell has committed his administration to building a monument at the Fort Rupert site where former Prime Minister Maurice Bishop and others were executed on October 19, 1983. Speaking at the ceremony over the weekend to mark the 41st anniversary of the killings, the Prime Minister promised that a shrine would be erected following the ongoing restoration work at the fort.
As we reclaim and come to terms with our past, we will do what is right in ensuring that the necessary shrine to commemorate the tragic loss of our Prime Minister, members of Cabinet, and other citizens of Grenada is properly erected on that site to ensure that our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren appreciate the sacrifice made by our forebears.
Residents of southeastern Bahamas yesterday experienced storm surges and heavy rainfall as the islands were hit by Hurricane Oscar. The Category 1 hurricane, which formed just the day before off the coast of the Bahamas, brought winds up to 80 miles per hour with higher gusts as it made landfall on the island of Inagua. At the same time, sections of Belize were still cleaning up from major flooding caused by the passage of Tropical Storm Nadine on Saturday. Nadine made landfall near Belize City with winds up to 60 miles per hour and a large band of rainfall. Several roofs were reported damaged during the storm.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And now in another regional story of interest, the House of Assembly in the Turks and Caicos Islands recently voted to approve a series of draft constitutional amendments, marking a significant step towards greater autonomy and modernized governance. Premier Charles Washington Missick, who tabled the motion, hailed the collaborative spirit that led to this historic moment. The amendments, encapsulated in the Turks and Caicos Islands Constitutional Amendment Order 2024, introduced a raft of changes aimed at enhancing the island's self-governance while maintaining its relationship with the United Kingdom. Key among these changes is the renaming of the House of Assembly to Parliament, a symbolic shift that signifies a more mature and empowered legislative body. The amendments also extend the parliamentary term from 4 to 5 years, a move that aims to provide greater stability and continuity in governance. Looking further afield, Egypt has been certified malaria-free by the World Health Organization, an achievement hailed by the UN Public Health Agency as truly historic. Egyptian authorities launched their first efforts to stamp out the deadly mosquito-borne infectious disease nearly 100 years ago. Certification is granted when a country proves that the transmission chain is interrupted for at least the previous 3 consecutive years. Malaria kills at least 600,000 people every year, nearly all of them in Africa. In a statement on Sunday, the WHO praised the Egyptian government and people for their efforts to end a disease that has been present in the country since ancient times. It said Egypt was the 3rd country to be certified in the WHO's Eastern Mediterranean region, following the United Arab Emirates and Morocco. Globally, 44 countries and 1 territory have reached this milestone. But the WHO said the certification was only the beginning of a new phase, urging Egypt to be on the alert to preserve its malaria-free status. To get the WHO certification, a country must demonstrate the capacity to prevent the re-establishment of transmission. That's the regional roundup and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Lovely cricket captures this morning's attention. Sri Lanka cruised to a comprehensive 5-wicket win in the rain-shortened first one-day international against the West Indies in Palakela on Sunday, with half-centuries coming from captain Sharith Asalanka and debutant Nishan Madushka. Chasing a revised target of 232